A familiar face is preparing to leave Coronation Street, as actress Mollie Gallagher has decided to step away from the ITV soap after spending more than 6 years playing Nina Lucas. The actress will make her on-screen exit later this summer, bringing Nina's journey on the famous cobbles to an emotional end after several memorable years. Throughout her time in Weatherfield, Nina became central to a number of major storylines, including the heartbreaking loss of Seb Franklin. Mollie is leaving the long-running drama to take on a new challenge in theater, where she has been cast as Clarice Starling in the UK and Ireland touring production of The Silence of the Lambs. A spokesperson for the soap praised Mollie's contribution, saying that she had created a distinctive and much-loved character during her 6.5-year run. They added that while everyone would be sad to see her leave, they were delighted she had secured such an exciting opportunity and wished her every success with the stage production. Her farewell scenes are expected to air toward the end of August. The theater production will also feature former EastEnders star John Partridge and Emmerdale actor Oliver Farnworth in leading roles. Many of Mollie's fellow cast members celebrated the news on social media. Elle Mulvaney said she was incredibly proud and looked forward to watching her perform, while Sidney Martin described her as a true star. Sayer Khan shared her excitement. Harriet Bibby admitted she was obsessed with the announcement. Catherine Tildesley celebrated the casting. Kimberly Hart-Simpson said she absolutely loved the news. And Tony Maudsley joked that it called for a Coronation Street cast night out, while saying how proud he was of her. Reflecting on joining the soap, Mollie previously revealed that landing the role felt like a dream come true because she had grown up watching Coronation Street. She explained that Carla Connor had always been one of her favorite characters, so she felt both thrilled and nervous about eventually working alongside Alison King. She also said it was surreal to share scenes with actors she had watched on television for years. Mollie added that discovering Nina would be Roy Cropper's niece made the experience even more special, as she was excited to work with David Nielsen. Even after joining the cast, she admitted she often found it hard to believe she was actually filming on the iconic Coronation Street set. One of Nina's most powerful storylines involved the violent attack on Nina and Seb because of her alternative appearance, a plot that had a devastating outcome. Mollie explained that she was informed about the storyline in advance and immediately understood how emotional and important it would be. She also learned that it had been inspired by the real-life murder of Sophie Lancaster, a case she described as deeply heartbreaking. To prepare for the role, she carried out extensive research and worked closely with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation to ensure the story was portrayed with care and authenticity. She said she felt honored to be trusted with such an important storyline, adding that raising awareness about hate crime was incredibly meaningful to her. Mollie hoped the episodes would encourage viewers to understand the issue better and highlight the devastating impact these attacks continue to have on real people. Mary Taylor is set to take matters into her own hands in upcoming Coronation Street episodes after discovering the truth about Christina Boyd's shocking deception. Christina finally admits that she's been battling a serious shopping addiction and reveals that she secretly opened credit card accounts in the names of people closest to her. Among those affected are Mary, Glenda Shuttleworth, and her former husband Lenny. Although the confession leaves everyone stunned, George chooses to support Christina after learning that her reckless spending stems from an addiction rather than deliberate cruelty. Believing she deserves help instead of judgment, he encourages her as she begins attending a recovery support group and decides to stand by her. Mary, however, is nowhere near ready to forgive. Deeply hurt by the betrayal, she makes it clear that rebuilding any trust between them will be a long and difficult process. Mary has never handled dishonesty well, and past betrayals have left lasting scars. While she is often known for her warm personality and quirky sense of humor, she can be fiercely determined when someone crosses the line. The tension continues to grow the following week when George and Christina return home to number 11 and discover Mary running an unexpected sale outside the house. Christina is horrified as Mary starts selling several household possessions without asking for permission. When Christina objects, Mary bluntly points out that the items were bought using her credit card, giving her every right to sell them. Although Christina never intended to hurt the people she cared about, her addiction led her into making increasingly desperate decisions. She has been trying to repay the money herself, but Mary's anger has become so overwhelming that she refuses to listen to any explanation. The conflict doesn't end there. The next day, Mary continues making cutting remarks about Christina's actions, showing she has no intention of letting the matter rest. Meanwhile, Christina's struggle with compulsive spending appears far from over. She secretly checks a notification on her phone, confirming that another parcel is on its way, raising fresh concerns that she is still unable to control her spending habits. If George discovers that Christina is continuing to buy things behind his back, their relationship could face another major crisis. Christina has previously admitted that her generous nature often encouraged her excessive spending because she constantly wanted to pay for everyone else. She also understands why anyone would find it almost impossible to forgive a close friend for secretly opening credit cards in their name, even if the person later showed genuine remorse. The storyline also highlights that compulsive shopping is a serious addiction, comparable to gambling or alcohol dependency. It explores how quickly uncontrolled spending can lead people into overwhelming debt and why seeking professional support is so important. A heartbreaking new chapter begins on Coronation Street next week as Betsy Swain becomes the focus of an emotional hour-long episode that leaves her loved ones fearing the worst. The drama unfolds after Ryan Connor discovers Betsy unconscious at home and immediately calls for help. She is rushed to hospital, leaving both Lisa and Carla overwhelmed with fear as they desperately search for answers about what happened. In one of the episode's most emotional moments, Carla races to the hospital after receiving the devastating news. She finds Ryan waiting outside, visibly shaken and unable to explain exactly how Betsy ended up in such a critical condition. Ryan tells Carla that he found Betsy lying unconscious on the kitchen floor. He also reveals that the kitchen tap had been left running, leading him to believe she may have suddenly collapsed before anyone could help her. Struggling to process what she's hearing, Carla insists that Betsy had seemed completely healthy earlier that day. She recalls them laughing together that morning and even remembers teasing Betsy over getting jam in the butter before Betsy said she was heading to the shop to replace it. To Carla, there had been absolutely no sign that anything was wrong. Hoping doctors will soon provide some answers, Ryan leads Carla into Betsy's hospital room, where the family anxiously waits for news about her condition. Producers are still refusing to reveal the exact reason behind Betsy's medical emergency, keeping viewers guessing ahead of the dramatic episodes. As the storyline continues, Lisa becomes convinced that Betsy's boyfriend, Dylan Wilson, somehow played a role in the tragedy. Lauren Bolton also begins to suspect Dylan, leaving him under increasing pressure as Betsy's condition worsens. The mystery surrounding Betsy's collapse grows even deeper as emotions run high, accusations begin to spread, and Lisa demands to know exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Betsy is forced to face the reality of a life-changing medical diagnosis that will dramatically alter her future. The actor who plays Dylan has already hinted that the storyline will be one of the show's biggest stories of 2026. He revealed that he shares many important scenes with the actress who plays Betsy, and described the plot as a powerful coming-of-age story tackling an important issue, something Coronation Street is well known for exploring with care and sensitivity.